folks. Welcome back to another episode of Forge and Anyday. And folks, we're once again taking a look at Forge, the Magic the Gathering rules engine. Lets you play against the AI, lets you play against other users online. And we're going to jump into some more Commander. So I guess to start off with, I'll show off my Urza deck again, because I did do some updates to it. I've been kind of going through my Commander decks and moving things around. And for Urza I consider one of my most powerful Commander decks. So I didn't change all that much with it. The only thing that I did remove was I removed, let me see, what was it called? Man, I'm drawing a blank. What was it? It was it was an offer you can't refuse. Yeah, so, you can see here, I have to select it, an offer you can't refuse. It's a 1 mana blue counter. It says counter target non-creature spell. Its controller creates 2 treasure tokens, not tapped. And so I swapped that with, Fierce Guardianship. Just because in most instances in this deck it's going to be a free counter spell, but it does the same thing except it doesn't give them 2 treasure tokens. You may cast a spell without paying its mana cost. You have your commander out, counter a target non-creature spell. So I just went from a 1 mana non-creature counter spell that gives 2 treasure tokens to a potentially free counter spells. It doesn't give 2 treasure tokens, so I thought that was a good upgrade. The other upgrade, I got rid of Teferi's Puzzle Box. If you look it up, there's the Teferi's Puzzle Box. So the idea behind this card, it's a 4 mana artifact, and at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player puts the cards in their hand on the bottom of their library in any order, then draws that many cards. The idea with this was that, just having it out would, it would basically mess with every other player so that they wouldn't, be able to plan for things. If you have a good card in hand, you can't play it that turn, then you basically lose it next turn. But it affects everyone. So I'm also annoyed that when it's out, if I have anything good in my hand, then I lose it. And I think it kicks off after at the beginning of each player's draw step. So I know in 4 generally you draw that card, you see what it is, and you're like, oh, it's a good card. Oops, Teferi's Puzzle Box, gonna shuffle it away. It is an artifact, so that generally works pretty well with Urza, because you can tap it for mana. But I got rid of that, and the other bonus that you get with this is that if you have out Narset Partner Veil, it says opponents can't draw more than 1 card each turn. So what happens is that the puzzle box kicks off, or the opponent draws their card for turn, their single card that they can draw. Then Teferi's Puzzle Box kicks off. They lose all their cards, and then aren't allowed to draw anymore, because that's what Narset has on it. So you basically prevent every other opponent from having anything in their hand, which, that's a decent effect. But Narset also has Jace's Archivist available, which each player discards his or her hand and then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded that way. Works the same with Narset, in that, when you kick off, when you use the ability on Jace's Archivist, it empties all players' hands except for your own. When you have Narset out, so you still have that effect in here. And the reason why I got rid of Teferi's Puzzle Box, like I said, it's symmetric, so you also get affected by it. And I wanted to put in a extra turn spell with Nexus of Fate here, which, it's 7 mana. It says take an extra turn after this one. If Nexus of Fate would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, reveal it, and shuffle it into your library. So this, I think I put it in here, and I was like, oh, we can get an infinite extra turns, and I originally thought I could just slap that onto the, where is it? Yeah, the Isochron Scepter. But then I read the Isochron Scepter, and it says you can only put a instant with mana value 2 or less. And so then I realized, well, if you have Isochron Scepter in your hand, and you have Mystic Tutor in your hand, and you have the Nexus of Fate, and you can pay the 7 plus the 2 for the Isochron Scepter, so a total of 9 there. And you can easily do that in this deck because you can tap mana, you can tap artifacts for mana with Urza out. So, if you have that 9 available and you have those 3 cards in your hand, you can place Isochron Scepter with Mystic Tutor, and then play Nexus of Fate. Nexus of Fate will go into your library. Then you activate Isochron Scepter. I guess you have to pay the 2, so it would be 9. I guess it would be a total of 11 mana. And you need essentially 9 mana every turn after that. So you then activate Isochron Scepter, playing a copy of Mystic Tutor to your Nexus of Fate to the top. You take your extra turn. On your extra turn, you draw your Nexus of Fate, play your Nexus of Fate, then activate your Isochron Scepter, putting Nexus of Fate to the top. And as long as someone doesn't have anything that can blow up your Isochron Scepter or counter your Nexus of Fate, or actually, yeah, I guess it wouldn't matter if they countered your... Well, I guess it would matter if they countered your Nexus of Fate, because then you wouldn't take that extra turn. So unless they have a way of countering your Nexus of Fate, or making you shuffle your library after you've activated your Isochron Scepter to cast your Mystic Tutor, you essentially have an infinite loop. You'll just get an extra turn, play Nexus of Fate, shuffle it into your library, put it on top, draw it the next turn, play it, take an extra turn, shuffle it to the top. So you do have, it's a 3-card loop, but it is infinite turns. And I think just because I have this deck on deck box, and it gives you that thing on the top now if you have a commander deck of what bracket it's in, and you know, it shows you why it's in there. And one of the things it points to is, do you have an extra turn card? And I was like, well, you know, I don't have an extra turn card. This is still like a 4 or whatever the max that's not CDH is. I think it's a 4. You know, because it's got all of these, you know, land denial and, you know, all these other game changers and everything in it. So it was already a 4, but I said, well, you know, it's missing the extra turn. So I wanted to put that in there. And I thought, yeah, I thought that that Teferi's puzzle box was a good thing to remove. So yeah, let's jump into it. Let me just take a look at something. All right, let's jump into it here. We'll go first, and here we got Cyclonic Rift. We got our spell book. Yeah, let's keep it. You know, the spell book is in here. I think the spell book is another thing you can maybe do without. There's not a lot of I mean, other than the yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much draw in this deck. A lot of what you're doing is using Urza to you know, grab those cards out. And yeah, we're just looking for, and maybe it was a little bit greedy to keep a 2-land deck, 2-land hand. Yeah, we might be getting punished for it here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7. So you should look out for, what is this thing? Block, unless it's equipped. Yeah, it's not anything to really worry about there. Okay, oh, yeah, we got that 3rd land. That's good. Can't untap more than 2 permanents during their untapped step. You would be affected by this. You know what? I think we'll take a chance here. Ooh, yeah, that's a good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we're looking for that last, we're looking for one more land. But we are starting to, I guess we could do, I guess we would have enough if we, let me see, I guess next turn if we don't have enough, we could tap all of our lands for dramatic reversal, and then we would get an extra mana from that. So we'll see. Oh yeah, people are rightfully coming after me. Yeah, so I think we'll tap these. Dramatic reversal. What happened there? Oh, does this actually, oh boy. I wasn't aware of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I thought that. I guess it prevents dramatic reversal from working. Yeah, I think we might be dead here. I don't know why they're not just coming after me. Yeah, this guy rightfully coming after me. Hopefully, no. Yeah, we're in kind of a tough position here. Yeah, I don't know if there's much we can do to win this game. I mean, I guess we could keep up. I don't think Karn's gonna do much this. Oh, that's right. We have a spell book. We don't have to worry about max hand size, do we? We could Cyclonic Rift a single thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna be dead this turn. Okay. Yeah, we'll Cyclonic Rift. We can't. Creatures are opponent. Spells can't be countered. Can't be the target of non-green. Oh boy. Yeah, no, we're. I think we might. That might be it. I don't think that there's any way that we can. Oh, yeah, we could try. I mean, you know, never say never. Well, we can. I don't think we can Cyclonic Rift anytime soon. Bring out this thing. And yeah, I don't think that we. I mean, luckily now we got Urza as a blocker. But yeah, I think we're already down to 9 health. We don't have. I don't think we have any health. Oh, but apparently we're. Apparently, they're not attacking us. I don't know why they wouldn't be. I mean, I'll take it. Tap to both of those, get that out. Now we're finally starting to get the mana we need. I don't know if it's gonna be enough though. For 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I could Cyclonic Rift, try to buy us some time. We have enough to do it. Yeah, let's try to do that. Or you know what, actually, we could play this. Is that going to give us enough to do this then? So it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. See, I don't think we're going to have enough to. Or no, actually, if we put out the Conjurer's Closet, we'll get an extra construct at the end of the turn. So blink Urza. Blink Urza. And then I think we have enough. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll have enough. I suppose we could Cyclonic Rift right now. Because otherwise I have to let them draw the extra card. But then I would be having that. That is. Yeah, I guess I'll let them draw an extra card, and we'll Cyclonic Rift. Unfortunately, I need to keep that Howling Mine up to Cyclonic Rift. And unfortunately, when I Cyclonic Rift, Static Orb is going to be tapped, so folks are going to be able to untap all their permanents. Okay. Once again, I only have 9 life, so we're not doing amazing. Does this person have no just draw all our cards and not playing much? Okay. So we'll Cyclonic Rift, and we're gonna have to tap everything here to do this. Oh, I guess we didn't need to. I guess we didn't need to let them draw those extra cards. All right, so then the turn he's gonna have to. Oh wait. Now I feel silly. I left the one thing untapped that I shouldn't have left untapped. That's a goof on my part. Well, we'll start swinging in. These folks. Make another construct. Okay. And now I absolutely must remember to have the orb. Oh, we got our Isochron Scepter. And then the trick with Isochron Scepter is, like, do you wait for... I mean, certainly I'm gonna play this fella here. Give everything indestructible. And then the tricky part is, okay, do we... we could put the Arcane Denial on it. Which is going to be... I mean, we can either wait for the counter spell, or we could wait for the... the tutor to put on Isochron Scepter. I think actually, what does this thing do again? Return an artifact you control its owner's hands. You may put an artifact in here. I mean, this has a way of recurring it. Let's yeah, you know, we'll play this. Have these things. And then we can finish off this guy. Okay. Flicker Urza again, get another construct. What's this say? Rope counter. Oh. Okay. That's no good. And that's gonna wipe our field. Oh, I forgot to tap the thing. Ah, jeez. Alright. I keep forgetting. Well, I mean, that was because one of these guys died. Yeah, man, I have to pay. I'm gonna have to pay to. Oh, that's my concern, is that I'm guessing he's gonna. He's a creature. Does it say creature without a rope counter on it? I mean, I guess I'll save this guy. A lot of our constructs are gonna die though. Ooh, heuristic study. What does this thing say? Put a rope counter on target creature you control. Each do, then yeah, I feel like he's not gonna be able to actually pay for it. We'll see if it starts to begins blowing everything up, then I'm gonna have to tap the static orb because I didn't save Urza. Yeah, we'll flicker the Urza. Yeah, see, I'm concerned. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to tap the static orb because he's gonna blow everything up, right? Oh, he didn't blow everything up. Well, this guy's gonna get a lot of mana now. Okay. Alright, alright. Put it on this guy. Draw an extra card. Play this. And then play the heuristic study. Heuristic study is always good. I mean, let's start squashing some guys. This guy, we just need to send them one. Band of Legends, okay. And this guy we can send all of these things at. Okay, well, he's still alive. Tap this Howling Mind. This thing. And we're able to see what's on top. Yeah, you know, let's reconfigure. We'll attach it to the Shimmer Mirror. Now we can play the. Can't play the spells. What am I? Look at the top card of your library. As long as the reality tab is attached, you may play lands and cast spells on the top of your library. I feel like every time I try to use the reality chip in the Forge, I feel like it's always bugged. You can, oh, I guess you can't see it. Spell Guide is on the top of my deck right now, and I'm clicking on it. It's saying anything. It's giving no indication of why I can't actually play it. Oh! Grafdigger's Cage is why I can't use the reality chip's ability for Spellskite. That does make sense. Alright. I'll flicker this guy. again and get another construct. This isn't the... Exiles the top 3 cards of the hand at the beginning of the next. These cards remain exiled. Put them into the graveyard. Create a 1/1 Eldrazi. Graveyard this way. So, okay. That's fine, I guess. Sure. Okay. Let's tap this thing. Draw another card. And we'll play this. Get another construct. Tap the Howling Mind. Maybe Spellskite. It's the top of our library, an island. It's fine. I guess we could shuffle, but I think we're pretty close to just winning it here. Okay, so you can see that even though I did swap out a couple of cards, we didn't even really get to see any difference there. None of those cards came up. And if we go over to the other commander deck I've been working on, I think I did move around a couple of cards. Not sure if I changed the mana base at all. I think I might have moved around some cards in the mana base. A lot more Triomes and Painlands. What else did I put in? I put in a few more Charms. Broker's Charms, things like that I think pair really well. And I put in Etria Resurrected, which has flash, and when it enters, you can counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Its controller draws a card, or destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its controller draws a card. So I feel like that was more versatile because a lot of the since we're kind of behoovent to the what's the name of this Jengatha, since we're kind of beholden to Jengatha's restriction, you're kind of restricted in what counter spells you can run, and I found a lot of the one color mana spells, other than Arcane Denial, only lets you counter non-creature spells. So I wanted to put in Etria Resurrected here because it lets you counter not only a spell but also an ability. So I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty it's 4 mana, but you do get a creature out of it. And it's that 2 different colors, so you get 2 pips onto Ramos. So we'll jump into a game here. And give this a try out. Select Jengatha as our partner. And yeah, this looks good. We have a decent amount of mana here, and a lot of it is kind of mana that's we got 2 kind of tap for anythings here. So let's play. I always get a bit concerned, and none of these are taps, so we can kind of play them in any order. I do get a bit concerned about playing, a command tower or a mana confluence on the first turn, because I have noticed that the AI likes to blow up lands. You know, just blow up the first land it sees, even if it's just a command tower, it might blow it up. So I'm just going to be a little bit careful to play around it. And yeah, we're getting pretty lucky with what we're getting here. Next turn, I think we'll play this fella here. Yeah. Alright, for each. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Everything entering with a, then each opponent may scry one. Yeah, sure, I'll scry. Poros Charm. We'll leave it on top. Fine with that. So yeah. Green, blue, whatever. So that's looking good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the tricky part here. So we're run up against hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, maybe next turn we can bring Jengatha into our hand. It's tricky because with the extra 3 mana you have to pay to get into your hand. Actually, yeah, this works out perfectly because we can do this. Oh, and then actually we won't have enough for Jengatha, will we? Unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's a better pull. That's gonna give us more mana to work with. So I'm hoping that next turn we can bring out Ramos. Oh, we made me mill 5 cards? Aw. Well, it's mostly lands. Yeah. That's fine. What's he do? Okay. Okay, that's concerning. But I think we're gonna be in a good position now. It's gonna bring out Ramos here. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Bring out Ramos. And then we have let's tap this. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. We'll tap this. Oh, do we not have? Oh, I thought we would count the stuff on Ramos. I guess it's colors. So I guess it's a non-color permanent. Jeez. Well, that's not great. And now I don't have the colors I need to do anything. I guess we could grab this fella. That's fine. Man, that wasn't great. I thought we were gonna tap that guy for 5 mana, but we could only tap him for 3. So less than great, but we're gonna get there pretty soon. I think we're gonna start. Geez, oh, he's coming after me with it. I guess I'll take it. Jeez, he's really coming after me. I'm gonna have to start blowing up some of his stuff. Jeez, how is he playing such big things? 6/6 with trample. Sacrifice if he becomes the target. Okay, that could be useful. Okay, play this. We'll destroy target non-land permanent. 4 damage. Player playing creature gains double strike. I could use this to blow this up, I think. Give it double strike and then give it double strike to blow it up. Let's do that. Sacrificed. Boros Charm. Let's destroy target monocolored creature. We're gonna use it on this because it has reach. Do that. And then let's swing in with Ramos now. Do 11 damage. We'll pull off all that. And then we'll play this fella. And then probably Jengatha, right? Wrestling Crawler's good. And it's gonna get a lot of, I mean, it's a lot of mana. But I think we're gonna be good on mana. So let's, I mean, but even Jengatha is kind of just there for mana. Let's drop down to Jengatha. Another big body. Okay. So this'll tap for 5 now. So we could tap this to play Crystalline Crawler. I think that's worth it, right? Okay. Okay. It's a nice 7/7. So we got a bunch of nice 7/7s. And we do have this around that we can pull off some mana from Ramos and blow up something if we need to. Okay. Yeah, this guy is getting scary though. He's less scary now. He still has that 5/5. Okay. Doesn't have any counters though. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a land. Play the land. And let's swing in at this fella. We'll send our 2 flyers. He doesn't have anything in the air. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess commander damage would do him in. Let's play this guy. bit concerned about... I'm surprised he's swinging in with Cranko. I feel like if I had Cranko, I'd just constantly be tapping and make more goblin tokens. Okay. That's concerning. They could really go off with Cranko. Okay. Who's he swinging at? Swinging at the other guy. Yeah, I have to agree. I think that, the other guy is the bigger problem. Okay. Growing our, Chasm Skulker, jeez. That in. I guess I should start. Do you have any? Yeah, we have red here. Should start using these to thin the deck of lands. This guy. Let's grab a Triome. And then let's go swinging in. I guess we could try to knock this guy out. Or should we? I mean, this guy is starting to look a bit scary. Cranko can start going off. I think taking out the Cranko player is the more important thing here. Ooh, and we get that Cyclonic Rift. That's pretty good. So we got a couple of spells we can play. And I think I'm realizing that it's kind of important to have a lot of instants in Ramos deck so you could play it on other people's turns. Okay. Oh, who's dying? Oh, the Chasm Skulker died? But we're gonna get it back. Oh, I guess we're not. Yeah, I mean, if they're all getting exiled. Okay. I think that's a bigger issue than the Chasm Skulker. Well, we can't return it yet because it's exiled now. It's fine. Okay. I think that guy is probably done. Maybe not. He has a lot of. Oh no, that was it. All right. Do we want to destroy target? Yeah, I mean, well, I can't destroy it. I can bounce everything. Let's see. So I have that. This guy. I can't use a lot of this mana because it can't be used for generic cost. And he has a 5/5 flyer. I mean, I guess I could just untap. Ooh, Lunark. Lunark's pretty good. I think Cyclonic Rift. That's the best thing to do here. Rift. Then I think we should just be able to Alpha Strike, right? Oh, okay. Growing everything. Okay. Alright, folks. So you can see, yeah. If you compare that to my old Ramos deck, oh yeah, you can't see this one. If we go over to here, and we look at this is the new Ramos. It's the old one. Take a look at a lot has changed. Partially because of the restriction from Jengatha, partially because I just don't think some of these things work. Like, Progenitus is in here, but I don't think I've ever, like, you know, if you're paying 20 mana for something, or you're paying 10 mana. If you're paying 10 mana for something, I mean, yeah, I can get in and it can do 10 damage. It doesn't get to swing in. It doesn't have haste on the turn it comes in. So you have to wait a turn. It sits out there. Yeah, it has protection from everything. It just sits out there, and then you can swing in with it next turn. But you know, if somebody's at 38, like that opponent was, it's gonna take 4 swings with Progenitus. And there are ways of getting around protection, I believe. I think you can use. I think certain board wipes can get around protection. You know, I'm sad to see Walking Ballista go. I actually wanted to put that in the new one, but because XX counts as, you know, is restricted by Jengatha, I couldn't fit Walking Ballista in there. But you know, I mean, Thalia's Lancer is not too sad to see go. Yeah, there are some things that are the same here. And yeah, things like Sage of Fables, I'm sad to lose. And I think there's, let's see, I don't even have them in here, but, oh yeah, here you go, Farseek and Cultivate. Yeah, I think these things, you know, I see are highly used in these decks to try to ramp, but I was finding that as I was doing the calculations, I'm like, well, I have a lot of things that produce mana, the new creatures that produce mana in the new deck. Conflux, I mean, Legacy Weapon was in so many decks, but, you know, you're paying 7, and then, yes, you have all that mana from Ramos, but okay, you pay the 7, and then you get to exile 2 permanents? Okay. I mean, 7 mana to exile 2 permanents? Per turn with Ramos? And it doesn't even, you know, at least something like Conflicts, you cast it, and then all those pips of mana put on 5 counters, you know, refill the counters on Ramos. But something like Legacy Weapon doesn't. So I, you know, even though it's used a lot in Ramos decks, I was just, you know, or the Door to Nothing, do I have that in here? Yeah, Door to Nothingness. Door to Nothing that comes in tapped. You have to wait an entire cycle of people who can either kill your Ramos or destroy your Door to Nothing. And it's 5 mana for it to sit around and take out 1 player in a 4-player game. I mean, I know that I think Door to Nothingness was used in more decks than Legacy Weapon, but Door to Nothingness I just saw as, you know, for the you know, there were a couple of instant win conditions in the new deck. Door to Nothingness just doesn't, you know, so you pay 5 and then pay all of Ramos's and then have to wait a full set of turns and then remove 5 counters to get rid of 1 player. I mean, in the new one, if we compare it, you have things like where is it? You have like this one, Mayali's Aria. If you control a creature with 20 or greater, I guess counters on it. Oh, if you have a creature with power 20 or greater at the beginning of your upkeep, you win the game. So yes, you have to wait the full turn order, but it's 3 mana, and it adds 3 pips to Ramos, and Ramos is probably going to be your 20 or greater when the turn goes around. So yes, you have to keep Ramos alive, and yes, you have to keep the Aria alive, but you win the game. You not only do you take out 1 player, you take out all the other players except for you. Or Simic Ascendancy. I think I have one of the Forge games with it, and it just sits out there, and people don't. It's 2 mana. It does take time. You're not gonna build up the counters on it to win immediately. But it's another one at the beginning of the upkeep. I think this one is also an upkeep, right? Yeah, they're both an upkeep. But you have to wait the turn order to come back to you. But it's I think it's significantly less burdensome. And once again, you win the game. You don't just cause a player to lose the game; you win the game. I think things like that. And like I said, I wish I had room for the Cultivate. I wish I had room for the things like Ghostly Flicker and Cloud Shift and things that you can use to protect Ramos, and reset the limitation once per turn on them. But yeah, I mean, I things like Cultivate and Farseek and things like that. I feel like that was taken up more by things like Incubation Druid, and I think there are other mana sources in here. Fairbrone Elder maybe could get removed. Kami can be used for mana. We have a bunch of things in here that just, Crystalline Crawler, and then of course even our Commander, and even our partner, Shingatha, all generate a bunch of mana. Omnath can generate mana. So yeah, I think this, after spending time with this deck, I think this is definitely the more a better deck. Is it particularly super optimized? No, I mean, not really. I don't think it'll ever get to be, what I would consider, even with all the game changers and everything in it, what I would consider a bracket 4. I think it's more of a bracket 2 or 3. Even with all the game changers and everything in it, I think it's still gonna struggle. You're gonna hit that point, especially in this deck, and that's part of the issue. Is like when you get to that turn 4, do you try to grab Jengatha? Your hand's full, so you'll have to discard something to hand size. Is it worth it to get Jengatha to discard to hand size? Do you, and then when you hit your 6th turn, do you probably have cleared out some of your hand a little bit at that point, but do you get Jengatha and then have to wait a turn to play him, or do you get Ramos? And I think that's the issue I've been having is, even though you theoretically should be able to get out Jangotha before Ramos, I don't think I've ever been able to. All right, so let's call it there. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Forge in Anyday.